There was a time I went to the bar hall and then I met a certain woman. But this is the woman who came straight. I think maybe she saw the type of disability that I had. She just decided to fetch water direct. So when I tried telling her, but I was the first, she was like, for you, you're even disabled. Why are you here stressing us in the bar hall?
In the heart of Uganda's Karamoja sub-region, in Aduget sub-county, Moroto district, a silent struggle has for a long time persisted, hidden behind stigma, poverty, and inaccessible systems. For women and girls with disabilities, accessing justice has remained more of a dream than a right. Despite global and national efforts to ensure equal justice for all, women and girls with disabilities in Uganda continue to face multiple and intersecting forms of discrimination. Cultural bias, limited legal literacy, inaccessible environments, and negative societal attitudes have built invisible walls around their rights. To dismantle these barriers, the National Union of Disabled Persons of Uganda, NUDIPU, with support from Advocates Sans Frontières, initiated a 6-month transformative project of bringing justice closer to women and girls with disabilities who had for a long time been left behind. With the collaboration of local leaders, cultural leaders, police, legal aid service providers, and community volunteers, this initiative created a platform where voices once silenced could finally be heard.
Participating in some activities that NUDIPU has been carrying out, such as the community dialogues, the stakeholder engagements, have been rather thrilling and full of knowledge. I was humbled to realize that women with disabilities, or rather persons with disabilities, do face a lot of challenges when it comes to access to justice. It was through this meeting that I got to know that NUDIPU works closely with community volunteers that they have trained to deliver the ADR services to women with disabilities who face GBV.
Having attended most of the meetings with NUDIPU, starting from the beginning of the project, I have really gained a lot of knowledge. Basically, first in the different kinds of disabilities and how most of them can be categorized, and specifically looking at the aspect of women and girls who are most vulnerable.
For women with disabilities like Nachap Anna, this wasn't just a project. It was a doorway to awareness, to empowerment, and to reclaiming their dignity. The change, though short in duration, is profound in impact. Legal literacy increased, attitude began to shift, and systems started to bend towards disability inclusion in access to justice as a result of the project.
The project actually has really brought a lot of impact to the community in one way or the other. Like, for example, persons with disabilities have got to know their rights and what they're supposed to do, and actually they have learned about the GBV aspect and the referral pathways where they're supposed to report cases. Because before, some of them would just hide. They would just hide and sit back. Even when an issue happens, they just ignore and they'll be like, now who will hear us? But through the project, people have known where to report cases and how to handle cases in the community. During the community barazas, the community members got to know that persons with disabilities are also human beings and they have the same rights like other people. Like before, there are those people whom they used to keep. Actually, these people who have physical disability, like the children, for them they had that tendency of keeping children inside. They should not come out because they have a feeling that when you bring a child who has a disability out, people will start criticizing you and abusing you. So after all that they got, the knowledge that they got, people now thought of really bringing out these children who have been hidden in their houses outside, so that they also see the world outside.
People of the Lokiriaut Parish, that is Nadunget sub-county, they learned a lot of it. Because the NUDIPU learned them about the types. First of all, they begin to define for them what is GBB. So all these have made the community of Lokiriao to know and to learn, and they benefited a lot from it.
During the time of the training, there was a number of things we did. First of all, one was to introduce the disabled people that we can also be part like other people. It has opened our eyes to see that there is inclusion in all the programs, even of the government. Little did we know about that we are also part of this, but we also got that.
During the 2 days training, women with disabilities really learned a lot. They realized that they also have a right to live. They realized that they also have a right to own property like any other person. They also realized that they also have a right to get married and inherit property in a home just like other people.
Before that, actually, I used to see cases in my community, issues happening in my community, but little did I know that these people living with a disability are supposed to be helped. But through these trainings that I had, I was able to understand them, and I was also able to successfully mediate a number of cases. It has already opened the eyes, both a person with a disability and the local leaders.
First of all, is an eye opener for us people living with disabilities. It has opened quite a lot. And then the other one also, this workshop, within these 6 months, we have been together with them. It has also helped us understand our human rights. It has also helped us to get accessibility of where to go in case any happening happens to the people with disabilities. It has helped us to get where, especially to get that we can also access lawyers. These are actually what has helped us during these 6 months. This workshop also has made us reach to people in the village. We have been able to reach and then to discuss with people in the village the types of disabilities, which is quite a lot.
As this chapter closes, the call for sustainability is clear. Stakeholders recommend deeper policy enforcement, accessible justice infrastructure, and continued community sensitization.
My future recommendation is 1. You should scale up to expand the project to other sub-counties. Then again, you also again to continue. When you come back with the future, you have to continue with the community baraza, because it's helping the community a lot. Because with the community, when you go to radio, others they don't have radio. But when you come direct to the grassroots level and you make the community baraza with them, they will benefit more than because others, a person with disability, sometimes they don't have radio. But when you go up to their outreach point, they will achieve it.
I want to suggest that they give us a project of 3 to 5 years so that our people will get more information about this. 2, we want the organization that's in NUDIPU to help us to have this information through all the radios in Uganda, especially in Karamoja. Another way of improving access on Respond UBV is that we want the organization to help us to support the team, the Respond team, to continue engaging our people in my sub-county and doing it, to have meetings.
Whereas NUDIPU has done a tremendous job in these 6 months, that is really, really credible. I must say the project has really been short-lived. It would really be nice to have these projects take a longer period of time such that the impact is felt, such that you are reaching out to so many other people. As these projects come on to take a longer period of time, I would really recommend that we diversify, or rather NUDIPU does diversify the areas of implementation and not only stick to Nadunget sub-county. That way you are not just speaking for persons with disabilities, but you are laying a platform that enhances access to justice for women, children, and generally persons with disabilities that do face injustices. I want to believe, even with the recommendations I have given, Moroto district was a pilot. This does not mean that even when we recommend for longer projects, this cannot be implemented elsewhere in the country. We would love to see this cascade down to other districts within the country.
Me being an elder and also a disabled person, I have been, when I grew, I was put aside from our family because living with disabilities. Our people culturally believe that these people who are disabled, they can't contribute to the community.
The two parishes that I operate is that one, they are distant. They are not next to each other. I find a problem footing every day. Sometimes when a friend just picks you up on the way, just helps you on a motorbike or a bicycle, you go to the other village to mediate a case. Then another day, just like that, like we end up even using bicycles, which is quite hard every day. If the project could also provide for us motorcycles, or if they are not able to provide motorcycles, maybe they can facilitate fuel and something like that. But about the money, and then we do that. Then the other most important one is, in terms of mobility, I cannot be in all the parishes all the time. Maybe the organization can also recruit the village agents. That village agent identifies the case, reports to me, then I'll be able to I know that there is an issue in village A or village B.
Having listened to so many stories, so many touching stories of women living with disabilities and the injustices that they face at the grassroots, I have been really inclined, persuaded that I will be intentional in delivering services to the community, knowing that, again, access to justice is difficult. I will be working closely with the community volunteers who are doing such a great and tremendous job at the grassroots to see to it that we can conduct mobile legal aid clinics designed to reach out to persons with disabilities that face injustices, listen to their cases right from the grassroots so that they do not have to incur any transport costs, and justice will be served. In the event that we are not able to conclude a particular case at the grassroots level, I'll see to it that any kind of funding that is given to the organization is directed to persons with disability to see to it that their matters can be heard in courts of law.
What I got there during the radio talk show during that time was the response of the people. If there was much time, I think would have taken quite a lot, because there were a lot of people were listening. We did not know that people were listening, but the response they gave, the questions they gave, the more explanations they wanted means there is something lacking. Time is lacking, and then also time for these activities to be done is so short.
People are also grateful that most of the persons with disabilities have learned that they really have rights to life, they really have rights to own property, and they have actually stopped hiding. They have now woken up, because by then persons with disabilities were just sleeping and they would ignore certain things, but now through the project, people are now out. They have come out from their hiding places. And I'm very grateful that it will not stop here. I will continue educating other people with disabilities down there in villages, especially those ones that we did not reach out to all. I'm going to reach out to them, educate whatever I've learned from this project. I'm so grateful.
I would love to thank NUDIPU for the opportunity it has given me in particular to be in these spaces, to discuss the rights of persons with disabilities, to get to understand them at a deeper level. It is something that has for a long time been left out, but having to know that there are organizations out there that look out for the inclusivity of persons with disabilities has been really quite an honor.
My last remark again is to thank NUDIPU, ASF, and then other people who have been listening to us during the talk show, radio talk show, that this must be continued if we want people with disabilities to be also included in the community, in the arena of today's world.
Justice must not be a privilege for a few, but a lived reality for all. Let us build a Uganda where every woman or girl with disability can walk into a courtroom, into a police station, into a society, not with fear, but with hope.